The One You Feed is a podcast that explores how you can support your mental health. I'm your host, Eric Zimmer, and through insightful interviews with psychologists, spiritual teachers, researchers, and more, we share the stories that help you feel less alone in your struggles. We offer practical ways to support your mental health even in difficult times, and we teach you how to live with more joy and less anxiety. Learn what good mental health can mean for you, especially now during Mental Health Awareness Month. Listen to The One You Feed on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Our 20s are often seen as this golden decade, our time to be carefree, make mistakes, and figure out our lives. But what can psychology teach us about this time? I'm Gemma Spegg, the host of The Psychology of Your 20s. Each week, we take a deep dive into a unique aspect of our 20s, from career anxiety, mental health, heartbreak, money, and much more, to explore the science behind our experiences. The Psychology of Your 20s, hosted by me, Gemma Spegg. Listen now on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi there. I'm Bob Jeffy, host of the Daily Dad Jokes podcast. I've delivered over 10,000 dad jokes to over 3 million listeners. And man, the postage fees are killing me. I'm on a mission to spread dad jokes far and wide. If you want to make your family and friends laugh and groan, then join the hundreds of thousands who have listened to my podcast. Listen to Daily Dad Jokes podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Second date update.
Do traumatic experiences really bond people closer together? I think they do.
Yeah. I mean,
Which is why I constantly try to traumatize our listeners. Every single day.
it's working, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's working.
That way they feel closer to us and they keep on listening and become attached in an almost unhealthy way.
Oh, you're so nice.
Yeah.
That's my goal for the fans of this show.
I hope you're traumatized out there.
Because we love you. And one of our listeners says she went through a dramatic experience recently, and I can't wait to hear what that was. So, Nicole, welcome to the show. And is the dramatic experience listening to us in the morning? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that always brightens my day, actually.
I was hoping you would just
We're not
scream.
doing our jobs then.
I just wanted you to scream in response to Jeffrey just there. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's what we want.
Now, so tell us about the guy that you ended up meeting during this traumatic experience. What happened?
Totally what happened.
Well, it kind of feels cliche, like something from a sitcom. I don't know. We actually got stuck in an elevator together, like one of those parking garage elevators up to a business.
Oh, good. It was up to a business because the public ones kind of smell like urine. Not as sexy.
And the elevator stopped by itself, or did you hit like a button and make it stop because you noticed he was cute?
Emergency.
Oh, no.
That's a good idea.
No,
Break the glass.
I didn't. I was no. It just stopped on itself.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
How were you
It's
feeling
scary.
when that happened?
You know, it was not fun. I mean, at first I was just like, okay, it's a little hiccup, but then it just stayed not moving.
Oh, no. How long were you in there?
It was like close to 40 minutes all told.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a long
yeah.
time.
I mean, I don't really consider myself claustrophobic, but you know, those parking garage elevators, they're pretty small.
Yeah.
Totally. Was it just you and him in the elevator, or were other people in there too?
No, it was just us two.
Okay.
So you're like, at least a hot gentleman is in here with me.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what was the guy's name that you were stuck with?
Oh yeah.
His name was Sean.
Okay, and how was Sean doing? Was he also pretty scared?
No, he seemed really chill about it, super calm.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like introduced himself and was like, oh, you know, this happens to me all the time. You just push the call button and wait for help.
That's kind of a weird thing to say to somebody.
It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible he just said that to try to make me feel better because he could see the panic on my face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so he seemed like a cool person too then.
Yeah, and so he just started asking me about, like, where do you live? And, is family close? tell me about your siblings. We just kind of
Did he use
I
that
see.
sing-song voice the whole time, too?
Yeah.
totally, yes,
Okay.
sing song just like that.
That's a better idea than what I had in my head. Like, where do you live?
Yeah. Tell me what it
How
feels.
close is
Oh.
your family to you?
What?
Would anybody miss you if you were gone?
Not the time for that.
Horror film,
No,
Jeff.
it sounds like he was being like just trying to help you relax a little bit and think about something besides the fact that you're
Better
stuck
than
in a
someone
small space.
panicking.
Yeah, totally.
Well,
Yeah.
and you have a guy who's like asking you questions, interested in learning about you too. Like, were you guys able to actually kind of hit it off?
Well, when the elevator finally did start moving, as we stepped out, he asked me for my phone number.
Oh,
Oh.
That's
No,
good.
That's not necessary.
Right. And we texted the next couple of days back and forth, just laughing about the situation. And
did he ask you out finally?
no, he never actually did. But I did say, we should go to a restaurant sometime without an elevator,
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
What was his response?
just nothing. Just
Oh.
he's
Oh.
totally ghosted me since then.
Oh, dang.
Ouch.
Well, maybe he just didn't see it the same way. Did you find out? Is he single?
No, I didn't get any relationship details from him. I just assumed he was single at the time because he asked for my number. But
Yeah.
Girl, you had 40 minutes to check out and see if there was a ring. You guys were
I
stuck in
was
there.
so single-minded focused on one, the situation, and then two, just trying not to freak out.
Yeah. When most people go into survival mode, they're not checking to see if they have like an engagement ring
Are
on
we in
people's fingers.
survival mode in an elevator?
Well,
When you're
she
stuck,
was when you're
okay,
scared
okay.
like that.
Panicking.
All right.
I think that is Brooke's survival mode.
I know.
Oh my God, we're gonna die. Who here's not married?
Who can I make out with? But you know what? This is weird that he hasn't talked to you. We're gonna
Yeah.
play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Sean for you. There's a chance that he might actually be stuck in another elevator because he says it happens to him all the time.
That's a good
Maybe,
point.
maybe he's
we'll
been in there
save
for
him.
a whole week. And
Oh, my God.
We're gonna be the heroes, but we'll find out in just a minute when we do your second date update right after this. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right. Hold on.
Second date update.
You're in the middle of a second date update, and we're going to find out how the couple is doing right after you hear part 2.
One of our listeners, Nicole, got stuck with a guy in an elevator, and we're about to call that guy.
Oh boy.
But she's lucky that she wasn't stuck in an elevator with me. Because
Why?
I'd be taking out ceiling tiles, punching a hole right through the top of it, and then telling Nicole, hop on my back, girl. We're climbing this cable to freedom. And afterwards, as we're standing on the rooftop and the helicopter's about to land and take me off to Antarctica,
Helicopter.
Nicole says, but wait, I don't have your phone number yet.
Oh,
No.
And that's when I turn around and I toss her a wink and I say, yeah, you do. Check your contacts. It's under Mr. Mystery.
Ooh, Jeffrey.
I slipped it out of your pocket between floors 17 and 18. Don't be a stranger, kid.
Wait,
Boom.
And
You're
then
still
fly
talking?
away.
Like, you talked for so long to
Get in
her.
the
That's right.
helicopter.
For some reason, the building would have exploded as you take off in the helicopter.
Okay,
too.
I think
Happens every time.
Sean is the real hero here, Jeffrey.
Oh, okay.
Or Mr. Mystery. I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
Yeah.
Who's not
Correctly.
very mysterious.
Well, how optimistic are we here, Nicole?
I mean, I feel optimistic. We were totally engaged, and he.
Ooh, don't use that word when we talk
Yeah.
to him. Yeah, might freak him out.
I mean, I know you're optimistic, but may I remind you, he hasn't called or texted back in close to a week?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Wait, a reminder.
Yeah,
So let's pull the fire alarm in the building and call this guy.
I
Here we
am-
go.
Promise anything.
I am not buying tickets to this movie.
All right, here we go. Well, let's call Sean and see what he has to say.
Hello.
Hey, are we talking to Sean?
Yeah, this is Sean. Who's this?
This is Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning, but some know me as Mr. Mystery.
We're still doing this.
Okay.
Hi,
Sorry to
Sean.
bug you, brother.
Yeah, don't want to waste your time or anything here, but one of our listeners has been trying to get a hold of you for like a week now, so we're hoping to connect you two.
Who are you talking about?
It's a woman that you got stuck in an elevator with not too long ago named Nicole.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do this thing called a second date update. That's what this is. Technically, this wasn't a date, but Nicole was very grateful for what you did for her while you were stuck in the elevator together.
So why am I on the radio?
Well, she thought maybe you guys had something, like you could, there was potential there. Did she read that right?
Maybe initially, but like not really. I mean,
Can I ask you, did you find her attractive at all?
Yeah, she's cute. This isn't like a superficial thing. She just, the more we were in there, she just started confessing things, and it was just too much. It was a lot.
Oh, it's not like her deathbed. Save those.
Oh, that's what you're thinking, Alexis.
She may have felt that way.
Oh, she said she was sharing memories with him.
What do you mean confessions?
I don't know. It's her deal. I don't want to air out her stuff on the radio.
Okay. Well, that's nice of you. Yeah. But, like, you don't have to tell us the worst stuff that she said. It could be something even little that struck you as being a little bit odd. Because she knows by doing this segment, she might hear something that's a little bit embarrassing.
That's fair. I mean, she did call you. Something about when she was little, she took an extra piece of pie at Thanksgiving when her grandma wasn't looking. And, like, her grandma really wanted that piece of pie.
Oh, it was like a confessional.
Oh.
That's cute, though. That's not.
I didn't realize she was such a bad person. My God.
No wonder you're not calling her back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it started.
There's
that
more?
just sounds like a cute memory. Like,
yeah, like started from kid stuff and then like went progressively older. Like she was in middle school and she made fun of a kid at school that wore sweatpants and called him Sweaty Scotty.
Oh.
Oh.
So she was a boy?
I think it was Sweaty Scotty. Yeah, it was something like that.
I mean, it is pretty clever.
I really can't hear anymore. That we need to stop here.
Oh, God. Okay.
So she's on the line.
Yeah.
Sean, that's kind of how this works. We usually have them waiting and we call them in when it's the right time.
Usually.
Well, I can't. No, we're not gonna share anymore. No.
Oh, you don't want us to hear the other things
Like,
he was going to say?
you just feel bad about Sweaty Scotty? Because
We all do.
Yeah, I mean, it's been on my conscience, and I just don't need anything else aired right now.
Okay.
But more importantly, I'm confused, Sean. You're not calling me back because I was sharing weird stories? What was I annoying you with them, or?
It felt like you might have boundary issues.
Oh, that's well said.
Boundary issues.
What does that mean?
Profound.
Like she doesn't know what not to share? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and like I don't really know you, but you also led with like the worst aspects of yourself, according to you.
If you think taking pie at Thanksgiving is like the worst aspect of somebody, that's pretty heavy.
Oh, do you want me to share more, or was that enough? Was Sweaty Scotty enough?
I mean, I kind of want you to share more. It
doesn't
sound that bad.
Because we could talk about the time she sideswiped a parked car and just didn't leave a note. We could talk about that.
Let's not call out people for that.
Yeah. Sean, if that's how you felt about her and all those confessions turned you off, then why did you ask for her number?
That's what I want to know.
I was worried about her. I just wanted to make sure she was okay. I'm not a monster.
Not a monster like she is.
But I don't understand. And like, why did you keep texting me? I mean, it was more than just, "Hey, you okay?" It was like 3 days of text.
I think that's what it really is, Sean. You actually like her more than you realize.
I did hear you. You said you thought I was cute.
Oh, he did tell us that.
I did ask you that, and you said you thought she was attractive.
I don't see how that's relevant to her sideswiping cars and calling people names.
Well, the hotter you are, the more you can get away with stuff like that.
No, it's that she felt remorseful. That's why she was telling you these things.
Yeah.
It's not like she was like some crazy that didn't feel bad about it. We've all done bad things.
Absolutely, Brooke.
Yes, I agree. It's just you generally find out about those things like later after you got to know a person.
Yeah, but now it's all on the table. Isn't it better to have all this information? If this is as bad as it gets.
Does it get worse?
I mean, I made out with the mailroom guy at the company holiday party one year. And
That's awesome.
That's not bad.
I mean, why are we talking about all the old stories from Nicole's past when what we really need to be focusing on is the two of you and the relationship I can see forming between you guys.
At least you guys are really good communicators.
And just for the record, I mean, it was an extraordinary circumstance. I was a little panicky. I'm sure I overshared things that would never normally happen on a first date.
Yeah.
Sean, I think you need to go and share these stories during a real first date.
Well, send them to church. They can go to a confessional.
Yeah.
Down the road, it's a really funny story that could be cute.
Yeah.
Or you say no and you traumatize her even more, and this is a horrible memory that haunts her forever that she's going to unload onto some other guy that she gets stuck in an elevator with. You want to traumatize her, Sean? Is that what you want to do? You're putting her in an elevator and you're hitting the panic button right now if you say no.
Sean, there's no pressure here, but we really would like to see you guys go out again. Don't listen to Jeff.
Or else.
And it's better to be with someone that overshares than doesn't share at all.
True.
Yeah, no secrets.
They both have,
What do you think, Sean?
I'm in. Let's do it.
He's in.
Yay! All right.
That's cute. You guys are going to be cute. So what terrible memory are you going to share with her, Sean, to make her feel better?
No, I'm under no obligation to do this. Absolutely not.
Looks like we should do a three-way call with the mailroom guy. Let's make this interesting.
Now we're getting spicy.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Honestly, I wasn't sure if those two would actually meet up again, but look at this. Sean and Nicole are back on the phone today. And Sean, you actually put your concerns aside and met up with Nicole?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
Good for you.
That's so big of you, Sean. So big of you.
How'd it go?
Well, we went on a second date provided by you guys, so thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You'll pay us back soon. Go ahead.
No, we don't make them pay us back, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
But they do have to tip on their own. I always worry that our couples aren't tipping and giving us a bad name, but that's an aside.
How did date 2 go?
It was great. We really hit it off. It was really good.
Okay, so she's on the phone. Does that mean you guys are...
why did you guys want to update us?
Well, after about a month, I decided, like for our 1-month anniversary, I wanted to surprise her.
Oh, God. Okay.
Why is it bad?
We're celebrating the month.
Surprises.
I mean, it's a 4-week anniversary, but that's cute.
Oh, you don't need an excuse.
What happened for the 1-month surprise?
Yeah, what was the surprise?
Well, I took her back to the elevator where we were trapped together.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, why?
To give her PTSD.
Oh my God, Sean, I need to take over. You're doing such a bad job of telling this story.
Yes, thank you, Nicole. What happened?
So he just loads me in the car and says, I've got this surprise for you. Like, I have no idea what was happening. And he pulls into the parking garage where we met and leads me to the elevator. I'm like, what? The doors ding open and inside there are like 2 tiny little chairs and a little like picnic table.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
That's actually really cute.
Love it.
Yeah, and he had packed like cocktails in a shaker, and we just like rode the elevator up and down.
Oh my God.
You should have hit the emergency stop and just say, okay, we got 10 minutes till the fire department shows up.
Did strangers get on the elevator with you guys?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, people were like, they needed to use the elevator, and we got a lot of weird looks.
Oh, I love it. I would love going into an elevator in the middle of a day.
I
That would
love
be so
it.
cute.
So things are good now. You guys are like full on in it. What are we at now? A couple months?
Yeah. Like a little over a couple months, right?
All right.
Yeah. We're going strong,
If things keep going the way that they're going, then Sean, maybe you can propose to her inside that elevator one day.
That is so fast,
No.
Jeffrey.
It's going to be tough to fit the whole wedding in there.
Yeah, maybe you'll conceive in that elevator. Every single major life moment happens in that elevator.
Gross.
We're happy for you two. Keep us updated, all right?
Thank
Will
you, guys.
do.
Oh my
Congrats,
God.
guys.
And post us in any pics you had of the elevator date. That's so cute. Tag us, I mean. I love it.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Azure Standard presents David's Corner with founder and organic pioneer David Stelzer.
It is certainly true that gratitude is the key to abundance. The more grateful we are for the little things in our life, the small blessings, the more those blessings begin to grow into our life to make our lives full and rewarding. I am so grateful here at Azure for our wonderful customers and team that I am surrounded with every day. And I feel like every day we get more wonderful people involved in Azure. And I am so excited about that as we're moving forward. And I tell you, today, if you're thinking about the small blessings in your life and you can be grateful for those things, greater blessings will happen.
That was David's Corner, presented by David Stelzer, founder and CEO of Azure Standard, America's premier supplier of organic foods and over 12,000 healthful products. Join our community for free at azurestandard.com.
Our 20s are often seen as this golden decade, our time to be carefree, make mistakes, and figure out our lives. But what can psychology teach us about this time? I'm Gemma Spegg, the host of The Psychology of Your 20s. Each week, we take a deep dive into a unique aspect of our 20s, from career anxiety, mental health, heartbreak, money, and much more, to explore the science behind our experiences. The Psychology of Your 20s, hosted by me, Gemma Spegg. Listen now on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The One You Feed is a podcast that explores how you can support your mental health. I'm your host, Eric Zimmer, and through insightful interviews with psychologists, spiritual teachers, researchers, and more, we share the stories that help you feel less alone in your struggles. We offer practical ways to support your mental health even in difficult times, and we teach you how to live with more joy and less anxiety. Learn what good mental health can mean for you, especially now during Mental Health Awareness Month. Listen to The One You Feed on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.